Why are people willing to die, kill, go to prison, throw their lives away because they felt disrespected? Is it just a low IQ thing? I mean, no one wants to feel like a punk, but if my choice is to feel like a punk or become someone's sweetie in prison after I assault someone for disrespecting me, I'll take the former over the latter any day. A lot of people don't have the privilege of being raised in an environment where they are taught to be calm and pick their battles. So a lot of people have to learn things the hard way, especially when they feel like they are being judged by their peers. Maybe no one will see this. I used to cover murder and mayhem for one of the 2 large dailies in Chicago, where about 4K or so people get shot each year. A lot of the people who commit shootings or violent acts don't think about their future like most people would. If I thought about harming someone, I would think about the consequences, or how I would get away with it. For example, the people you're thinking of think in that very specific moment. They do not think about future. I mean low IQ for sure, because it takes more brainpower to think of consequences before actions. But I think people become blind to their own emotions and act horribly. I'm sure once they're sitting in a cell or whatever, they would have wished they took the L. I was close to throwing everything away when an irresponsible dog owner wouldn't put his dog on a lead, then threatened to kill my dog, who is too old to defend herself. At the moment I was so close to snapping his dog's neck and then his. I hate people who think they can get away with things like this, so in the moment I was willing to lose everything over my dog. It's all about emotions at that exact point in time, and anything could happen. Even the most controlled people can flip due to the stupidity of other people. Depends on the area you're talking about. On the one hand, you could argue that your own pride is anyway the only thing you truly own in this world. But on the other hand, and that's more important, there are areas in this world in which stuff like that actually protects you. Not so extreme, but if you didn't defend yourself back then in school and do risk certain restrictions, punishments, well, then everybody knew, oh, him? Yeah, we can pick on him, and everybody did. Same goes for certain areas and also kinda profession. Psychopathy and IQ are not related. Also, with a high IQ, if you have nothing more to lose, you more easily will reach your breaking point. OP as a textbook Redditor, one could just as easily say, why are so many people overweight? Is it low IQ thing? I mean, if my choice is between having more nice food every day and living 20 years longer, I'll take the latter any day. Actually, it has nothing to do with IQ. In fact, some of the most powerful crime lords who are basically running multi-billion-dollar, international operations acutely know this. In those people's lives, respect is literally above all else. In a lot of ways, respect is basically their law. If you are disrespected by someone, you need to level an extraordinary response to prove you don't take shit, and would therefore be even more respected. Especially at the top, in fact, because if the authority the crime bosses have created is questioned, it doesn't take someone much to realize they can just kill the boss and take their place. Once you become a gangster, too, it becomes your life. Their values and morals exist in a whole new paradigm. They operate outside the law, so being caught is the cost of doing business. The trick? Just don't get caught. There are entire cultures of people willing to kill their own children because of disrespect, because of the shame their child's disrespectful behavior put on their family. Imagine being willing to kill your own daughter because of shame. It's not a low IQ thing. It's more a result of psychological conditioning deeply ingrained in you from childhood. You're programmed to automatically feel and respond in a particular way. Even if you don't really, actually feel it, the programming compels you to display the feeling. A dude like this might not even really care if another dude bumped him in passing, for example, but he has to show outrage over it because he can't be punked out and shamed by the disrespect. Like it runs really deep, and has to do with people being pack animals. We're highly social creatures. This display of outrage and subsequent get back to restore loss of dignity, status, whatever is vital to the survival of the pack. On some level, many people truly believe this. This runs so often amongst humanity it may actually be true. Would you kill your child that shamed you to ensure the survival of your other children? Would you kill your neighbor that disrespected you to ensure the survival of your family? I'm not saying this is right. I'm saying that to people like this, it feels like a life or death situation to them, it really does. They're willing to stand on that, to die or kill for it even. It's not a race or even culturally specific thing either, as death for disrespect, shame exists or has existed pretty much in all cultures in some manifestation or another. Men facing off to duel at dawn because one disrespected the other in one culture. People disemboweling themselves because of shame in another, and so on.